Can I say, when I brought up tattoos in the text, how quickly Beck was like, we've already done this one. How would you know?
After he was embarrassed, he went back and studied every episode. He's got that written on an Excel spreadsheet. He's like, no. I'll not be made fool of again.
I'm using advanced data analytics to predict when the funniest time I can mention Bones Jackson is.
Welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories, hotties, and constant disappointments, naughties. Here are your hosts, Michael Beck, Hicks, and Dwight Slappe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Two Hotties and a Naughty. I'm Slice Hicks.
I'm Dwight Slappe.
And I'm Michael Beck.
All right. You know how we like to keep it topical here on the show. So I'm going to kick it off with, what is your hottiest Winter Olympic game? They're back, boys. Every 4 years, those beloved Winter Olympics with all their nice, fun, snowy events, because we all love snow and ice so much after this past month across most of the nation. I'm glad that shit is mostly gone at this point. Thank you, 60-some degree Tuesday.
Not my yard. Not my yard. My yard faces the wrong way. There's a tree. Ooh. There's still ice in my driveway. It's terrible. Oh. I could do something about it. Haven't.
But where the ice never dies, the Winter Olympics in exotic, where is it?
Italy.
Just
say it's in Italy.
But what's the name of the place?
Milan and Romulus. Milan's definitely right. I'm like 90% sure about Romulus.
Right. Yes.
And the other one is a town in the Alps.
Cortina? Okay. Cortina?
That's it.
Yeah, yes, it starts with the C. Yeah.
It starts with the C, because for some reason I was thinking it was like Milan Court. I just combined them two, I'm hip like that. But anyways,
as long as we came into the podcast prepared, that's all I worry about.
Right. I did my research before this one. What is your guys' hottiest Winter Olympic game? I got to go with the big dog, the one and only Scottish cornhole on ice, curling. You could call it bocce ball on ice or shuffleboard, but not me. I call it Scottish ice cornhole.
But we all call it the big dog.
The big dog. Yes. Absolutely. That's what the people come for during Winter Olympics. Forget those skis and skates. Hang that shit up. Hockey, hockey's fine, whatever. But it's not curling. Curling, the magical sport that you watch and you're like, I could do that. I can't watch figure skating. I can't watch hockey. I can't watch any of that stuff and think that ever in a million years I'm going to be able to do that stuff. But curling.
Whoa. So you can only watch sports where you think, yeah, I could do that. I can
watch them. I can watch them, but I can't enjoy them to the degree that I can do curling, where I can say, oh yeah, I could take these guys. I could do that.
Okay, so
I
just
can't
to follow your logic train, you like curling more than you like football? Or
No. Winter Olympics. This is Olympic Games, my friend. No. And I played football once upon a time, not at the NFL level, but I mean, I played.
Well, you blew out your knee. Otherwise,
it was my back. Thank you very much.
You'd be in Canton
my knees
now.
are still great. That's right. Hero of the gridiron, Slice Hicks. But God thought it would be unfair for me to be playing the game at this level, this age, regular Tom Brady that I am. But
we've given him so many gifts. We've given him so many gifts. We can't let him play football into his 40s.
Right. Yep. Just wouldn't be fair. It'd make people feel really bad about themselves, and I get it. I don't take offense. But curling, the majestic sport of curling. Desmond and I have had so much fun watching curling. I've been teaching him the game because I'm such an expert. I'm not. But stones, man. let them stones roll. There's so much strategy that really gets overlooked in curling, and it's just a game of just, you can block them. I hope all of our listeners are familiar. If not, please check it out. It's a lot of fun. All these brilliant athletes of the ice with their little squeegee brooms. I think that's probably my favorite part, the little squeegee brooms, because I didn't know what they did at first. And I was like, what is the purpose? Are they cleaning it, making it smoother? But little did I know, they're actually melting the ice just slightly so it keeps sliding more and more.
Yes.
Oh, see, I always assumed it was to slow it down a little bit.
Right. I also
That's
thought
right.
that. I thought it was going to scuff it up so it wouldn't be as smooth also. And I thought it was going to slow it down. But no, if you notice also, the other teams are able to, when the team who's curling it down there hits the other stones, they will sometimes get behind there and do that against the opponent's stones so that the opponent's stones will slide a little further away, because the object is get your stone as closest to the middle as possible. And if however many you've got more than the your opponent, you score those. Those are points. And that end, that's a round. Yep. Yep.
Well, I was going to laugh
at
at your selection, but now that you've explained the game to me properly, there's no argument for me.
I know.
Now that I know how purposeful the sweeping is.
Yes. See, so much strategy. You can do what's called a guard. You can throw it down there and kind of prevent them, block a shot on, your stones, as you will. Just so many levels of the game. Just a true appreciation. Desmond, I think he's going to start a curling club here at Huntington Middle School next year.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it'd be a good place to focus his innate leadership qualities. And Huntington High School in Huntington, West Virginia, has that great ice rink under the commissary. That you just have to take the parquet floor off, and there it is.
Little known fact, right there it is. One of the few high schools in America that has that, in the United States that has that. It's pretty impressive. What about you, Dwight? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
It just seems like no one knew what curling was like 20 years ago, and now it's like there wasn't like a curling superstar that happened. There's no Chris Moneymaker of curling that made it popular. You know what I mean?
It's exactly what I said. It's a game that people could see themselves doing. They were like, God, all these super athletes are just getting ridiculous. You see all the records that they're breaking, the athletes evolving, doing things like Simone Biles, all these like records, Usain Bolt. Like, this is, it's impressive as hell, but man, it's just almost like I'm watching CGI athletes. It's just not even anything that I can relate to. But curling, man, I could drink a few Molson Ices and go out there and slang those stones.
Beck, if you had to choose a curling partner between me and Slice, who would it be?
Are we playing the northern or the southern hemisphere?
Well, I think we have to play the northern hemisphere just so it's. We play the southern hemisphere. I don't know. They got penguins on the ice and everything. It's a completely different game.
Yeah. So, well, if we're playing in the northern hemisphere, obviously Slice. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah. It's because your beard is hardier for the southern hemisphere. He would have taken you in a heartbeat.
Oh, no. In the southern hemisphere, I'm taking Slice too. I was just asking that initially so I could maybe spare Dwight's feelings a little bit. But since you brought it up, I had to correct you. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm banned from all international competitions anyway from my abuse of performance-enhancing drugs.
Can't do the time, don't do the crime,
I'm sorry, my testicles were too big. I needed to shrink my testicles.
I told you just drink Mountain Dew, but you didn't want to listen.
I did both. I washed down those steroids with some delicious Baja Blast.
Ooh.
I still don't understand why hours at the testicle measuring guy is something that you guys are going to prepare for the Olympics. This seems unnecessary to me.
That's coming from a man who obviously buys his clothes off the rack.
All right, Dwight, what's your game of choice when the Winter Olympics roll around?
When we're all cross-country skiing, we've all been cross-country skiing together, and I'm like, everybody stop. And then I pull out a gun and I shoot something. It's the biathlon. That's my favorite.
Solid
Because
choice.
a lot of people just like to ski. I'm like, what a wasted opportunity. Especially if you're a red-blooded, card-carrying American, to pull out a firearm and blast them. I guess in the Olympics they're targets, but they could be birds or deer or an endangered species of some sort. You could be blasting away at while you're in your little sticks.
Or the most dangerous game.
Yes, the most man, I don't know how I feel about joking about hunting humans for sport in 2026. We're so close.
Probably
We're so
not
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Summer Olympics are in America. The next Summer Olympics are here. So is there still time to get the most dangerous game to the Olympics?
I won't rule it out. If we're going to have UFC fights on the front lawn of the White House, I certainly would not rule it out.
Biathlon's, I don't care about biathlon. The real answer is hockey. Hockey's the right answer. Professional playoff hockey is the greatest spectator sport that you can enjoy if you don't have a rooting interest. I'm sorry, you don't have a team involved. Playoff hockey is the best. And Olympic hockey is even better because these people wait 4 years to play each other and represent their national team. And it's gotten better recently, especially as an American, because over the last decade, American hockey players and Canadian hockey players have really started to dislike each other. So it's not a friendly competition. There's fighting, there's more fighting, and there's violence, and then there's some scoring in the puck, but there's violence, which I enjoy.
Yeah, I think I saw the Canadian hockey team celebrating a U.S. speed skater wrecking the other day. So maybe that'll add to the bad blood right there. You know, the U.S. men's hockey team is out to avenge their fallen speed skating comrade, bro. We say bro here in America, not comrade.
I hate to reinforce the stereotype, but Canadians are rude. They're just
super rude. Their stupid apologies and their poutine. Get out of here.
You should apologize for putting gravy on these cheese curds. I said it.
I kind of like it. Please keep doing it. But
I'm trying to. Come on, USA.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Of course, keep doing it.
You guys and your moose.
Stop producing your wholesome, charming television shows, Canada.
Yeah. Shit's creep. Boo. Boo.
Yeah, if we really shut down Canada, what are they going to show on the Sci-Fi Channel? I don't know. That's where they shoot all those shows. Where am I going to watch Haven or Continuum? Or I don't know. I was thinking of other stuff.
Are Haven and Continuum? I don't know if we're doing a bit or not. Are these real shows or
right,
are these?
That's like I'm with you on that. I don't remember those.
That's the question. Are they real shows? Are they?
Well, Beck, what's your sport or game?
Well, I had initially selected hockey, then eliminated it for biathlon. So I'm gonna go with my backup option, which shouldn't be my backup option because it's beautiful and cool and it's something Slice can't do: figure skating. I can't do that. It's neat. I can kind of feel like I know what's going on when I watch it. It also feels more like, oh yeah, I'm going to a show rather than I'm going to some sports thing with sports people. But yeah, I like it. I don't know anything about figure skating. I know there's a double and triple axle. I know that's when they jump up and spin around. But that's about it.
I watched the pairs ice dancing the other night, and I know nothing about ice dancing at all. But I know the U.S. got absolutely screwed. We had the perfect. That's right. Me and the ice dancing community, we had a great performance. And then here come the French, of course, the French.
Ugh.
And I noticed, and the commentators, of course, noticed that their twizzles were way off. You have to have synchronized twizzles. You guys know. We used to do
Yeah.
synchronized twizzles all the time, but
Mhm.
we were
Oh,
drunken
yeah.
in a parking lot.
Right. But we were synchronized.
Yeah.
And we were
completely.
wearing ice skates.
It's true. We lost so many good friends from those ice skates. Just so many acquaintances gashed to death by our
Mhm.
twizzling and our ice skates.
Clinking around in August on our ice skates and downtown Huntington.
But God, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. And the long game is when we take those ice skates off, we're the most graceful people you've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're stationary here at a podcast screen, but if you guys could see us dance, bring a tear to your eye.
It would make them weep. Yes, that's undeniable.
The other thing I like about the ice skating is the commentators make it sound like the most important thing that has ever happened in the world.
Well, and I just love listening to them talk about like the importance of that. Like it's something that would be almost like common knowledge, like, oh, the severity of this. If they don't land this, or just coming up next, they might attempt the triple axel, whatever. And it's just like, oh, and he slipped. Oh, and he slipped.
Oh no. 4 years wasted.
I
Won't be back again
I'd
at
be
this age.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this is also the only Olympic event where I can consistently hear show tunes. So that's another big.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to play another game? Isn't that
Ooh,
fun?
I would.
We're having a little theme episode.
It's just a small theme episode.
Just a little guy.
just
Sweet
a
treat.
little guy.
Would you like to play a little game? Just a little game.
A wee little game, yes, please.
So I was thinking, what is your hottiest board game? Board games. You know, the
Yes,
thing you do when the power goes out and you're with people you sort of like. What is your favorite board game? The board game I have the most fond memories of is Risk.
Conquête, yes, Conquête du Monde.
When we were in college, we had regular Risk games of 4 to 5 people. I think that's what you need for a good board game. 4 people at least. It's a lot less pressure on everybody. A 2-person board game, I know some people love it. Couples that really just love to stare at each other love it, like Beck and Crystal. But
It's true.
but it sounds insane to me. So I like a world-conquering game like Risk, a game of battle and betrayal, a game that's full of house rules. The rules are very flexible, and it can take 3 hours or it can take a half hour, depending on how you want to play it and what kind of dick you want to be. In our group, it was a running joke that I was always yellow, our friend Brian was always black, and inevitably, after swearing the entire game that we were not going to team up and screw everybody over, we would team up and screw everybody over and call ourselves the Hornet Alliance and put our little antennas up and go buzz buzz. We didn't even talk about when we were going to screw everybody else. We would just look at each other across the table, put our antennas up, go buzz buzz, and then we would just split. We would beat everybody else, and then we high five over it and say the game was over and we are conquering the world together. I'm sure that became insufferable for people that played with us, like Beck. But I had a grand old time playing Risk. And we had a very nice anniversary set with metal pieces. It was very nice, pleasing texturally to play. It's a good time, man.
Yeah, I think I played with you guys once, but I don't think Brian wasn't there. It was me, you, Jeff, and I don't know who else, but that was the one time I played Risk.
It's a great game.
It was
And I
good. It's
understand
good.
I was not at my full powers playing by myself, so I apologize for any inadequacies I showed during that game. If you're not
Fellow
familiar
Hornet.
with Risk, you build armies and try to take over territories. There's a giant map of the world, and you get to pick where you start. And there's a lot of strategy behind it. Am I missing anything with Risk, guys? Let me
No.
see.
I want to know who's listening to our show but isn't familiar with the game Risk. And this person, like, we need to start selling supplements to this person somehow.
It's my
'Cause,
son
this is
Kevin
our
and his
book
friends.
right here.
I am tagging every episode Skibbity Toilet, so I don't know who is actually finding us.
Introduce a whole new generation to the game of Risk. It's going to have a resurgence. What's that game all the kids are playing on the schoolyard now? It's Conquête du Monde.
Wait, which one of these guys does the cyber attack? I don't understand. Is it the horse? Does the horse do the cyber attack? Because it's
6-7 army, rise up.
I'm convinced that at least 30% of the dipshittery from the fascists in charge of this country about invading Greenland is like Risk related. Because Greenland and Risk is really one of the keys to controlling North America.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it's that Mercator projection map where Greenland's huge.
Yes,
way bigger than it actually is compared to everything else.
Sure,
on the map.
like Greenland is as big as South America on the map. Yeah.
Look how big it is. Beck, what about you? Give me a board game.
I think I've actually talked about the board game that my wife and I have been playing a lot recently on the show. It's Everdell. Have I talked about Everdell?
Yeah, you have. I sort of laid the crumbs there for you to follow to get there.
I'm gonna push it again because I love this game. It's a game where you help these adorable tiny woodland creatures prepare for winter, and it's a gentle game. There's a competitive element, but it's mostly really just about you building your own little village over the seasons, preparing for winter, building up your storehouse, collecting berries and drops of amber and pebbles, and you build little twig barges, and it's all adorable. You learn about the secret of the mouse hero Corin Evertail. It's just charming, and my wife and I nearly never flip the table and scream "Go fuck yourself" at each other over it. So,
where's the fun in that then?
No, I'm actually an enraging person for some people to play board games with, because I'm not competitive. I really don't care who wins and loses. And frankly, I'm also pretty good at board games, so I win and I don't care, and it can be upsetting to others sometimes.
There are a lot of like cooperative games now. We played one at Justin's house where we were all pirates on the same ship, and we had objectives we had to get through. So you're basically playing against the deck. And there's one, we played one where we were in a town that had a zombie invasion going on, and we had to figure out how to get like fuel to a car to get out of town. And those are a lot of fun because you can be competitive, but with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've played a game with my friends Adrian and Francis, who have a ton of really cool board games. I forget the name of it, but you are like the native community on an island, and you're using like the sort of the spirits of the island to destroy colonists who are trying to genocide you and take over the island. It's a fun game. It's very beautiful. I wish I could remember the name of it. And it has lots of little cool what are they called? Set pieces? Like the little men
Different
game
things.
pieces.
Oh, meeples, some call them.
Meeples, yes, that's the word I'm looking.
Are you guys fucking with me? Is it
No, man.
No,
meeples?
this is a real,
meeples. Yeah, it's just like biathlon. It's totally real.
Okay.
Grown-ass men are expected to use the word meeples. Yes.
That's where Balky is from, right? Meeples?
Well, I like to have them with my manunus personally, but my meeples and manunus every morning makes me a strong boy.
Slice, when you're all fueled up with meeples and bononos, what kind of board game do you like to play?
I love so many board games, man. I love like a lot of the ones that you touched on that are cooperative because sometimes I get kind of competitive at board games. So it's nice to break it up and do some cooperative stuff. Like I think you were talking about, I think it's Last Night on Earth. Is that zombie
That's
one
the
where you're trying?
zombie game.
Yeah, trying to get to the car with the fuel. But I always go back to the competitive ones, and this is a somewhat mundane choice, an old tried and true for me because it's a lot of my childhood memories were at holidays, specifically Thanksgiving and sometimes Christmas. My family and I would play Trivial Pursuit, and I think that this is where my draw towards trivia, Jeopardy and bar trivia and all that came from, was like watching, my parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, get together, drink and play Trivial Pursuit and then laugh at horribly wrong answers and then get into big fights about, how it was a good answer. It was almost like my version of Family Feud. But no, I just have always loved Trivial Pursuit. It's a simple layout, but somewhat luck of the dice plus knowledge. And of course, when I was growing up, it was that original edition that was made when I was born. So I had no idea who like Tiny Tim and that Funicello, the Cold War. I had no knowledge of any of this stuff. So
And Margaret.
And Margaret, but luckily the game evolved and we have such gems as the Simpsons and Seinfeld editions.
God, I wish we had more Anne Margaret based board games though. That would be nice.
That was a reference just for how stupid this is. A reference just for me, because there's an episode of the hit sitcom Wings where they're all sitting together playing Trivial Pursuit. And the character Lowell, played by Thomas Hayden Church, every question he answers Anne Margaret. And they always get it wrong. And his partner asks, "Why are you saying Anne Margaret?" He said, "Because I've played this before and I know it's one of the answers. I know it's the answer to one of these questions."
I had that strategy when I was a kid because I would go through whenever, like before everyone got there for the holiday, I would just start reading cards and like looking at the backs of them, like stick them back at the front of the deck so that like maybe I'd get some right.
Richard Nixon is the answer to a lot of them in the original Genus edition. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys would like to watch us play Trivial Pursuit online, you let us know and we'll just start playing Trivial Pursuit.
Yes, do it.
Content.
Do it.
I had an epic winning streak in college. Like, I think over a year. Like, these are the wins I have to keep thinking about now that I'm in my mid-40s. It's this. Somehow that thought went through my head. I was like, I should tell that to people that I had a winning
flex on these fools.
Trivial Pursuit.
I know
25 years ago.
I'm over here sitting. I don't think I would play Dwight in Trivial Pursuit unless like challenged in public to do so, because he would kick my ass.
He would take his glove off and slap you across the face.
I've been through a lot. Everybody could beat me now. It just as long as I can remember how to zip my pants, it's a win every day.
Old synapses aren't firing like they used to back in his prime.
No. Leanne's asked me why I don't try out for Jeopardy. And I'm like, because they won't let me go, hey, just give me a second. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's what you use, though. What is who is that's your give me a second. You just think of it as saying that, and then you're golden. I'll give you time.
Fuck, is it Anne Margaret? Is it Anne Margaret this time?
I like Jeopardy, but then there's a sports category, as there is in every game, and
Sign me
I
up.
didn't know any of those. Yeah.
There's
Or
a sports
music.
category in Trivial Pursuit as well, Beck.
Mhm.
There is, yeah, but especially if I'm playing the Genius edition, Genius, excuse me, the sports questions are also kind of history questions, so that helps me there.
Lately, Jeopardy has now pop music is showing up on Jeopardy, and you got fucking me. I don't know. I don't.
Terrible.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know very little about Dua Lipa, but I wish her luck in all of her endeavors.
Is she star of that Canadian show Haven?
Yeah, she got her start on Haven.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What is your naughtiest video game? Yes, that's right. I, Michael Beck, am doing a video game category. And the naughtiest video game for, is that Coco's Bell?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, well, that's the bell of my dog Coco. She rings it when she needs to go out. I'm not taking her out. Someone else will. All right. Your naughtiest video game. So I got a Super Nintendo when I was, I don't know, in like 8th grade, maybe. So I had really sort of started to age past being super excited about it. I'd asked for one for a while. My parents did not like video games, but they broke down and got us one. And we had the Super Mario World that came with it. And we had one other game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which was so hard. I hated this game. I couldn't get past the first level. My mom freaked out though when I said, "Mom, can we get another game?" God damn it, that was $50. You're not, so like, my favorite was once I got yelled at because you don't even play that other game, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, because I would play Mario all the time. Because that game was fun and I could beat it sometimes. And I hated it. And the game just looked gross. There's blood and I don't know, and it's like in this horror fantasy world, but rendered in 80s pixels.
Were you a little knight?
Mhm.
Yes, you were a
Yes.
little.
You threw
Okay,
little
I remember.
lances,
Yeah.
or you would get power-ups and throw axes, lances.
Okay.
I
Yes.
love that game.
Yes.
It was very challenging, but I loved a lot of those little side scrollers like that, especially like the side scroller shooter, if you will, because that one was almost like a Castlevania theme because you could collect different power-ups and it would change what you were throwing. You could get the golden armor. It was very challenging. I'll give you that back. But I think that was a good game for me personally.
Yes. And also, Dwight Slice, thank you for actually explaining the game that I brought up and then described in no way. So,
I've actually thought about the games from this era a lot lately, looking for like a little hobby to do on the side, because I like playing video games when I find one I can get into, and I wonder if the ones that I thought were impossible when we were younger are easier now that I can think through them like a person. Nope, they're not. Slice is shaking
No.
his head. They're not easier.
God,
Okay.
no. God dang no. Like I mean, I'll even find like, ROMs, emulators, like where I can make the kids play like some of these really horrendous games of our youth that were just impossible, like the Ninja Turtles video game.
That underwater level can go
Yes,
fuck itself.
exactly. I'm like, here, boys. You think you're good at games? Try this. Try swimming through this electric seaweed, you little bitches. But yeah, there was a Silver Surfer game too that was also just impossible. And well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't want to, go into, your all's stuff before it's my turn. So, but yeah. I'll get
Slice, it's our show. We can talk about this.
True. Well, I mean, I'm just going to go on a diatribe of all the freaking horrible games out there and how I would, have my whatever $5 allowance and go over to the video store that I could walk to and get so excited to rent a game. And all the art looks so cool on this. They finally brought some of my favorite comic book characters to a video game. I'm going to have the best weekend ever. Get back, pop that thing in, and it was pure trash. Had like little to do. I'm like, who is this character even? What are these controls? I can't even avoid that. It just starts me off and I fly into it immediately. There's not enough time to hit up or down or A or B or anything like that. This is just garbage. But yeah, it was very frustrating, really, because they just pumped that stuff out there to make that dough. Brutal. And it was with big license stuff like mine, for example, if I may. I think I'm next in the order, so I guess this is a perfect segue.
Yes.
It was the NES Uncanny X-Men game that was like this top-down piece of trash where like you went through it. I mean, I couldn't even make it far enough to see is there actually named villains in this game that I can fight or just little dinky trash robots. That is so uninteresting, this broken streetscape. And yeah, you say I'm, Cyclops or whatever. I don't feel like it. I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to think of what to say that it's like not even, it was like Great Value Mario. It wasn't even like I would do a little jump and wing, little swing here. It's like, I'm supposed to shoot lasers out of my freaking eyes. And no, this is terrible.
Yeah. Say what you will about that Ninja Turtles game. You had to be pretty bad not to, I think either Bebop or Rocksteady was the first villain, I think. Yeah. And you at least got to somebody you recognized and had to fight.
Right. Like Shredder was sitting up there with April or Rocksteady. Rocksteady was maybe. And then you're fighting Bebop down below. Yeah, at least it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, there's some Foot Clan. There's some little Mousers or whatever they were called and everything. You got to fight those. But like in the X-Men game, it was like they didn't even know. They just handed them pictures of the superheroes and like, make them fight something. I don't care what. Just make them fight something. And it was bad. Or maybe I just didn't get far enough, but it was a terrible game.
Well, if you were being Cyclops and you didn't shoot lasers out of your eyes, I think it's an automatic fail.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here to support you. I know this is hard. This is hard.
It is. Working through trauma here, man. All that my $5 gone for the weekend on the Uncanny X-Men. Thank you, LJN, for nothing.
Even though this is my category, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about right now. So
just pretend it's a little night guy throwing at those goblins and ghouls and ghosts.
Slice. No, Dwight. Fuck. Dwight, what is your naughtiest video game?
Well, the correct answer, which I'll just mention, is like every shit game I've downloaded on my phone in the last 10 years. It's all Kingdom Conquer or whatever, Gardenscapes or Angry Birds or whatever thing that is making me pick up my phone when I don't need to pick up my phone. But the fun answer, there are a couple, and the first one that came to my mind was the Jaws game for the NES, where you're just a boat and you're looking for Jaws, and you find him almost immediately, and you start shooting him, and he goes away. And then you're a boat again, and it's a different map, and he shows up, and you start getting him with like bombs and stuff, and then he goes away again. I don't know. I never beat it. I don't know how to. I'm sure there was a way, but this is another game that we rented, and I think we rented it because my dad recognized the movie. It's like, so you all should get Jaws. There's a big scary shark. It'll be great.
Your dad knew there were lady titties at the beginning of that movie too, so you never know.
That scene might have been in pixels when you started the game.
But this game will make a man out of these boys.
Yeah, we had not developed nipple technology for video games at that point, so it was very
Not yet.
blurry.
That was at least 10 years away.
My other thought was there was a video store that went out of business around 1990 near us, so they sold all the video games that they had, and we were late to the party, and we got one of the last games they had for real cheap. I didn't know anything about it. It was called Maniac Mansion. Yeah. And this was like a puzzle game, basically. You're like in the house from the Burbs, basically.
Okay, all right.
And there's some
All right.
psychos in there, and you can't be trapped in a house with them. They can't know you're in the house, but you've got to get a thing to go with it. It's a puzzle game, but none of the puzzles made sense to 10-year-old Dwight. And now I've read articles saying, oh, this was one of the most impossible games they ever made and was not meant for children necessarily. Slice, are you familiar with this game?
Oh, that's one of my favorite games of all time, as a matter of
Is
fact.
it?
I absolutely loved Maniac Mansion. The soundtrack, the different characters. It was such a unique concept I had never been exposed to in like a NES game because I didn't have a computer or anything. And this was like essentially a point and click adventure where you would go through, you could pick your team of 3 of these like teenagers or early 20s, like cool. They could be cool. They could be like this edgy, like metal band vixen, or like the nerdy kid or the jock, and all these different characters. I absolutely love that game and the soundtrack. But yes, this very bizarre family had this house and you had to work your way through the puzzles, and there were just like little things you could like pick up hamster, put in microwave. Don't do this at home, but this was a video game, and it was just like little things like that. Or you could put something metal in the microwave. I think there were keys hidden in places. You would get caught by the family, put in the basement, and there would be like little things you could find that you could then escape or hand it to your person outside. But
It was
yeah,
very
it was just,
involved. It was very
Yes.
involved back for a 10-year-old to try to figure out.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah, and it sounds like the house in the burbs you were stuck in. Yeah, this is too grown up for 10-year-olds.
There were tentacles too. There were like these
Whoa,
tentacle
no.
creatures.
No,
And
thank
that
you.
started me on a lifelong journey.
Yes, it did. It was the one good thing he got out of that game.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
When tentacles come up, that's when we check out.
Hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
all of our games.
Tell us in the comments. Tune into YouTube. Tell us in the comments, what some of your favorite games are, whether it be board games, video games, any games. Let us know. And check us out next week.
Yeah, good night, everyone. We love you.
Thank you for listening. This has been Two Hotties and a Naughty, a podcast about life's little victories and constant disappointments, as hosted by Michael Beck, Slice Hicks, and Dwight Slappe. Editing and production by Michael Sullivan. Our theme is Handel's Entrance of the Queen of Sheba for Two Oboes, Strings, and Continuo Allegro, as performed by the Advent Chamber Orchestra. Crystal Howe speaking.